What's up, everybody? So let's talk about Sean Diddy Combs. Diddy. So y'all, they are saying that Diddy's homes in LA and in Miami have been raided by Homeland Security. And they also detained two of his boys, is Justin and is either, which I don't know which one it is either Christian or King that were detained. And y'all, they even saying that they detained his girls too as well. And so where is Diddy at? Diddy is nowhere to be found. They said that his jet was found over in the Caribbean. Now, Diddy, these your kids. I know you're not going to let your kids get detained like that and you not step in and say something. Now, your day of reckoning is here, so you might as well face it. You might as well face your day of reckoning. And because what you do in the dark, it will come to light. What you reap, you will sow. Okay? So it is your time. It is your time. It's your reckoning right now. So you need to go ahead and face it. You need to go ahead and face it. So y'all, let's get into all of this stuff that's going on with his homes being raided. U.S. officials confirms raids on Diddy's homes are connected to a federal human trafficking investigation. Diddy's Los Angeles home was raided today by Homeland Security officials. Agents were also seen at his home in Miami. Earlier today, HSI New York executed law enforcement actions as part of an ongoing investigation with assistance from HSI Los Angeles, HSI Miami, and our local law enforcement partners, Homeland Security Investigations said in a statement. We will provide further information as it becomes available. A U.S. official confirmed that the raids on Diddy's homes are connected to a federal human trafficking investigation. It's unclear if the rapper is the target of the federal agents' investigations. And a representative for Combs did not respond to questions that were asked.
We do have someone on the line right now, Hal Kemper. Thank you so much for joining us. And if you can make light of what we're looking at in terms of Homeland Security making entry into the Holmby Hills mansion of Sean Combs.
Sandra, this is a Homeland Security investigations that appears to be on site. What they're probably looking for is, well, I should say in general, they look at human trafficking and sex trafficking being a component of that. And of course, there's been some rather big civil suit stuff that's taken place, but also the New York case where the statute of limitations basically had been rescinded, allowing them to look back many years in this case. Part of it was there have been allegations that he was drugging young women, so that there was which certainly implies that it was rape that had taken place at some point. But I think what HSI is probably looking at is the interstate aspects of it, if there was any online activity that could have taken place. And that's usually where HSI would have a jurisdictional interest. Homeland Security Investigations being part of the Department of Homeland Security, looking at the interstate side, mostly online, and whatever took place across state lines. And of course, he travels all over the place. So I'm sure they're looking at him potentially transporting women around the country, and whether that was tied to a larger criminal activity.
Yeah, definitely Homeland Security involved in any interstate, as you mentioned, and international criminal activity here. So what exactly do you think everyone is looking for at this point? We saw such a large number of law enforcement make entry.
Well, it's a combination of both local and federal. And from what I understand, the local law enforcement has the specific lead at each one of these locations, with the federal federal investigators coming in with them in concert. What they're probably looking for is any evidence that they can gather, certainly any images, pictures, video, anything online. I've no doubt that they're going in and gathering up any electronic media to include any laptops, any flash drives, anything that he might have that might support whatever allegations, whatever reasonable suspicion that they have that led to these search warrants. Just to get a search warrant like this requires a certain substantial legal barrier has to be, or legal argument or legal litmus test has to be met just to get them to sign off. Particularly knowing with somebody with means like this, that if they go into their home, they're going to be met with some very capable lawyers on the defendant's part to challenge what was ever done, and everything they do there is going to be challenged. So you can imagine, not only did they have to work with the district attorney and potentially assistant U.S. attorneys in arranging this, but they also are being very careful on how they're gathering any evidence, realizing that just about everything they do on site will potentially be challenged in court by his attorneys.
Absolutely. And speaking of his attorneys, we did reach out for comment. We have not yet heard back. Obviously, we want to hear his side. For Sean Combs' part, he has denied any allegations regarding sex trafficking and any investigation into that. But yeah, this could take a lot of time in terms of collecting that hard drive and flash drives and any computers they may find. Like I was mentioning before, Hal, it's very difficult to know where someone would have that or would hide that if they were trying to hide evidence. And we're looking at a big mansion here. Before we get back to you, Hal, let's go to Haley on the ground there.
Hey, Sandra. Yes, we just got that statement from the Department of Homeland Security that I was trying to get for you guys about 10 minutes ago. It doesn't say a whole lot, but it says this is attributed to Homeland Security investigations. Earlier today, Homeland Security Investigations New York executed law enforcement actions as part of an ongoing investigation with assistance from HSI Los Angeles, HSI Miami, and our local law enforcement partners. We will provide further information as it becomes available, so nothing really that we haven't already told you. Here on the scene, on the ground, a lot of the law enforcement officers with Homeland Security have gone up the hill. You can see one of those big command vehicles coming out, one of those police vehicles. In the meantime, behind us, several of his friends, they've identified themselves as, have been trying to get through the crime scene to get to the house. But of course, LAPD not letting them through. We've tried to get comment from them on camera to find out if they have any more information about what's going on, but they haven't been able to they don't want to provide us any information, I should say. And just in case you're just joining us, we have homes of P. Diddy being raided on both coasts, Miami and his home here in Holmby Hills.
So, Haley, just to clarify, in that statement, it didn't mention Sean Combs, correct? Or anything?
It doesn't, but we have confirmation from multiple law enforcement sources that this does involve Sean Combs or P. Diddy. But no, this statement, I'll read it one more time, says earlier today, Homeland Security Investigations New York executed law enforcement actions as part of an ongoing investigation with assistance from both HSI Los Angeles, HSI Miami, and our local law enforcement partners.
All right.
We'll provide further information as it becomes available. Of course, we're trying to get them to talk to us on camera, but they said, the lady in particular who sent me the statement says she's not allowed to.
Thank you so much. Yeah, not really clarifying a whole lot, though, but clearly understandable because right now, maybe they're not in position to divulge any more information.
And unfortunately, I could not show the whole video because of copyright issues with YouTube. And so I would probably get a strike. So I could not show the whole video. But y'all always can, Google it, or I could put the link down in the description box. But it's basically showing them raiding Diddy's Los Angeles home. And they also were showing his sons being detained. I don't believe that they were arrested, but they were detained as well. And honey, according to TMZ, they have tracked down Diddy's personal jet. Now, this is his personal jet that he has had for years now. And they are saying that it is on the grounds of Antigua. Yes, he is in Antigua, which is in the Caribbean. Based on flight activity viewed by TMZ, Diddy's jet has been up and down California between Sunday and Monday, taking off from Sacramento Executive Airport Sunday evening around 5:30 p.m. and landing at Palm Springs International Airport about an hour later. An hour after that, around 7:30 p.m., Diddy's jet took off from Palm Springs yet again and landed in Van Nuys Airport. I think that's how you pronounce it, which is in the LA area. About 30 minutes later, around 8 p.m., around 9 a.m. on today, the jet took off from Van Nuys Airport and landed at some point in Antigua. Honey, Diddy put that jet to work, baby. He put it to work. And it said that the plane is currently grounded there, although the flight data has yet to update and register him as having officially landed. In any case, it's definitely Diddy's jet, no question. Now, they're not sure that Diddy is on the plane. They don't have that evidence at this point. And so they don't know what's happening on the scene either. Diddy, did you flee? Did you flee the country because you know you got caught up? Okay, because these raids are because allegedly there was some human and sex trafficking. But of course, Diddy denied all of these claims, right? He denied it. Of course he's going to deny it. He don't want to get himself into trouble, child. He don't want to get himself into trouble. But Cassie's lawyer, Douglas Victor, did make a statement. He said, "We will always support law enforcement when it seeks to prosecute those that have violated the law. Hopefully, this is the beginning of a process that will hold Mr. Combs responsible for his depraved conduct." Honey, all I got to say, this is just too much. It is too much. Now, all I got to say is this. He is reaping what he sowed, okay? For years, people have been saying nothing but bad things about Diddy. He has done terrible things to people. Not just women, but men too. And so his day of reckoning has come. It has come. I have not met one person who have done wrong to someone, who has been evil to someone, that has not met their karma. They have met their karma. It may not have been right then, but they definitely met it. It hit them so hard and knocked them off of their feet, right? And so this is what happened to Diddy. And, you know, I don't feel bad for people who's evil. He's an evil individual. He is. He's been evil to men and women. It's crazy. You know, he think he was above everything, but baby, you're not. You're not. So y'all, what do y'all think about this whole situation with Diddy's homes in Los Angeles and Miami being raided? Y'all know what y'all got to do. Comments down below. Let me know your thoughts. If you're new to my channel, make sure you subscribe to my channel, share this video, like this video, and y'all know what y'all got to do. Stay tuned for the next video. Bye.